Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is Luminous coming you guys with a pro Dota commentary. Today we're casting Virus versus EMC, and I'm joined by 715. Let's get ready and pause in 3, 2, 1, go. 11, 12, 13.
Yes.
We have
All right.
Virus on Sentinel, EMC on Scourge. 715, how are you doing today?
I'm kinda tired
Okay.
because I'm awake for 25 hours. Lumi's like, wait, we cast soon. Okay, stay up for another 2 hours, then we cast.
Dude,
okay,
that's-
3 more hours, then we cast.
That's easy,
So-
man. 25 hours standard.
No sleep, but whatever. I'm good.
Okay, well, the reason I had you to wait for 3 hours was, all right. Here's long story short. Okay, I'm taking my grandparents to my uncle's house, right? And it's
Okay.
it's a 1 hour drive to the house, and then another 1 hour drive back. So it's nighttime. I start driving around 7:30 ish. So I will get there at 8:30, come back at 9:30. So I was driving, and someone suddenly on the freeway just wham hit me on the back.
Nice.
I'm like, what? I have never, like, I'm always a good driver. I know you guys are like, oh, Chinese good driver, lol. Yeah, okay.
It's
I
nice,
never
right?
got into any accident, anything. Like, I haven't even got a parking ticket.
Never driving, first time
No,
probably.
come on, man. I have a license for like 6-7 years. Yeah, but anyways, so the guy just rammed at me at the back. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then we took care of all the insurance stuff. And my grandparents, you know how Chinese people are, like, they're getting so paranoid. I was like, no, you know what? It's dangerous for you to drive back in the dark. It's a 1 hour, it's a long drive. Maybe you just sleep over at your uncle's house and just drive back in the morning when you can see everything better. And I was thinking to myself, right? I can't do that because I haven't done my commentary today yet. You guys see what I'm doing here? Like, this is fucking
Luminous
dedication,
risking
dude.
his life.
No joke. I'm not even joking. So, yes, 715, you had to wait 3 hours, but I risked my life. Literally, doing this shit. So, okay. Virus
But
on Sentinel.
The assassination failed. Toby-1 wasn't able to kill you by sending that guy.
Yeah, sure. Okay, EMC on Scourge. I think we wasted a whole bunch of time talking about that bit.
Okay.
What do you feel of the picks and bans so far?
Standard TM, as you would say.
Standard TM.
Like, we see Virus banning out pretty standard heroes, SD and Invoker. They feel like it's too good to give them away. We see, on the other hand, Scourge banning some nasty carries. Anti-Mage and Spectra, just annoying to play against, so absolutely legit bans. Omni Knight and Furion as well, both heroes you can ban if you don't want to play against them. Now we see Void being banned as well, so... Well, it seems like they really want to get... it seems like Scourge really wants to be able to carry their team in late game with a lot of semi carries, and the Weaver, who is not one of the hardest carries, I would say. And we see standard picks overall. Maybe the Tidehunter is a bit interesting, so we see quite good team fight until now on both teams, combined with a lot of ganking potential in Beastmaster, and especially in AA for the Sentinel. We see Windrunner and Tide for ganking on the Scourge, Lich, Tide for team fight. So
Yeah, I'm actually this tie pick. It's a little bit jarring because unless you're having something very specific in mind, most of the time you go with a Shaker because I mean the laning potential there is a little bit greater. Seeing that there's a Gush minus armor, maybe they are gonna pair it with the Weaver as a dueling or maybe even trialing. If you pick up a Venture, there's quite a bit of minus armor, single target minus armor, if you want to play it that way. This tie pick is a little bit. I think they're maybe expecting like a Bat Rider of some sort of type of initiation, but so far nothing is coming from the Sentinel as of yet. So this tie pick is throwing me off a little bit, maybe throwing off Virus a little bit as well. Sentinel, it's pretty scary with their initiation, Chain Frost, AA Ice Blast, the Roar, Pierce through BKB, so it's gonna limit the Scourge in terms of what hero they could pick as well. They can't really rely on things like Black Hole anymore because the Roar is gonna be there. Standard TA ban against EMC, respect ban against Waga. Plays a very good TC, yeah. TA, excuse me.
And well, we see the Night Stalker ban, which is, I think it's very very good decision to ban the Dianas here, because so good against Windrunners, so good against Weaver, especially very 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 annoying in late game with the silence, the mischance, as well as that both of the heroes won't have any escape skills available. So,
Not that good against global strats though. I think we established that one, right?
Yeah, I agree. Don't pick Night Stalker against Furion, because Necrobook Furion will rape you.
Necrobook
right?
Furion plus Mecha and Earn. Standard, right?
Standard Luminous feeding Furion.
Anyways, let's get back in the game. I wonder what Waga, or actually Waga's not picking today. It is going to be Panther Spot. And that is going to be, I think they're co-captains. I think that's what Waga said a while back.
Yep.
So nothing too out of the ordinary here. I'm not too sure what they're going to be doing in terms of laning. It's not really apparent. So far we can see the Windrunner solo mid, but most likely she's going to be on the side lane, whereas Beastmaster is going to be the Sander. Oh my goodness, are we going to see Fatal Bond as the last pick?
Oh wow, Fatal Bond. You want to talk about Fatal Bond?
Let's talk about Fatal Bond, because this pick ban stage is somewhat standard. There's not too many interesting to talk about. Venomancer ult plus Fatal Bond pure damage from Warlock. Is that like the most ridiculous combo you have ever seen?
It absolutely is. Like
It's so easy to land to. Like, it takes no skill.
no, like you remember that in-house where we had that pro Warlock? I Fatal Bond creeps NP.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, actually, yeah. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's pretty easy stuff. You Fatal Bond like 2 or 3 heroes, Venomancer ult on both of them, and you're actually going to take so much damage. Like your life bar will just fade away in like seconds. And
Like seconds. It's
yeah.
like you no. The
ridiculous.
funny thing is, like, you would cast those spells and you won't kill anyone, right? And then they just run back, and 3 seconds later, or like maybe even 5 seconds later, he's like, "Oh, triple kill!" And we're like, "What? What happened?" and it's just crazy stuff. But we're not gonna see it here, because obviously EMC cannot have as good strat as Luminous. So let's save that for another day.
Fucking tight Venomancer Warlock tri lane. Go.
What? Ty Venomancer and who, Charlie?
Warlock.
Oh, okay.
Fatal
Yeah, dude, that's such
Go for
kill.
it.
I mean, right click power from Warlock, insane. But
Yeah.
looks like Sentinel looking for those ganks and team fights. Not so much of a late carry. Of course, they can pick into one. But what would you pick into right now? I think the Lycan is still in the pool, so that can be a threatening carry. Looks like Potom is going to be the pick for the Scourge. Very mobile lineup. Like, this lineup goes quickly, and also they have very good survival as well. So maybe that's why they're also banning the Night Stalker, because Night Stalker would have just shut down a lot of these heroes. So we see a very mobile team fight, has pretty good ganking potential. Virus going for a little bit more ganking themselves and team fight. Where would their last pick go here? Are they going to go for another carry, or are they going to just ignore the carry aspect and try to win very quickly?
I think Virus is going into some carry, and I would actually like to mention that the Venge pick is really smart here. Not only because you maybe need a second supporter, because you're probably going to solo lane that AA or that Lich. I expect them to solo lane the AA though. But I really like it. Like, you have the Venge to actually swap out the carry you're going to pick, and I feel like it's going to help so much. Like, the only initiation, yeah, they pick a Lycan. The only initiation against the Scourge really has is the Tide and that Venomancer, and if your carry is actually in trouble, the Venge is able to swap them out, and I feel like the Scourge will have problems to burst somebody down who has been swapped already. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do exactly know what you're saying. And just to drive that point a little bit on, if you look at if you compare the initiation power on Sentinel and Scourge, Sentinel's got a roar, they got a swap, they could initiate with a whole bunch of stuff. If you look at Scourge, right, they do have some initiation in the form of a shackle shot and a long range arrow, but in terms of accuracy, in terms of how reliant those initiation is, like, you can't really rely on those. You can't pick a pot and be like, okay, we have a stable initiation. So because of that, Sentinel could really dance around the Scourge in terms of a big team fight engagement. And just going back to what you say, that swap, right? Because the Scourge lacks initiation, Sentinel could just do whatever they want, and even if the Scourge carry, or Sentinel carry, which is the like in this case, comes a little bit out of position, they could easily swap him out if necessary. And that just goes back to what you're saying. And yes, the Scourge team has quite a bit of big AoE, but you can't exactly just run in with that tide and just press V. It doesn't really work out that way. So in terms of initiation, Sentinel does have the edge there, but in terms of like the raw AoE-ness, I think Scourge still wins out a little bit.
Yeah, and actually, I think Lycan won't be in that much trouble because I feel like a BKB will make him feel pretty safe against all those heroes. I don't see he was going to hurt him really hard while he's in that BKB because there's absolutely no disable to stop him. So he's probably going rape mode in that BKB. Even though there are quite some escape spells, but he'll probably just pick up the Venomancer and the Tide during his BKB phase. So he should really be fine. And we see actually some interesting laning coming out of the Sentinel here. Yeah,
they are going to put the Beastmaster mid, and Beastmaster taking quite a bit of harassment. Yes, a lot of slow going on him right now, a lot of physical damage. Already half HP is going to be forced to pop that salve very quickly. It's strange that they didn't put the Beastmaster mid, although I don't think he has as good of lane control compared to the Windrunner. I think the Beastmaster might have fared a lot better in the bot lane. Or in the mid lane, excuse me, and whereas AA I think would have handled the bot lane okay at least. As we see another initiation attempt on that Beastmaster, the Gale's gonna hit, and there's a long range arrow, and that Beastmaster is gonna go down. Who's gonna pick up the first blood? And that is gonna be Panther Spot Bottom. So very well done there. Invincible Venge is coming around.
GG trolling, too much vodka. Already saying send his noobs before, and now he's going like, can you stop feet? So
why is PGG in this game? Like, what the hell, man?
I don't know, too much vodka, like it's like it gives him superpowers. Like you don't want him in your game, but he drinks the vodka and then he can just join every game he wants.
And he's kick you. Need save or fuck it. Man, like how boss observer that is, right? I actually would be pretty mad if I'm Sentinel right now, but it's okay. I think I haven't never met Virus guys, but to me they seem like pretty well mannered guys. But I don't know for sure. But yeah, interesting laning, and I'm not too sure whether it pays off. They have a kind of a jungling Venge, or just Venge that's invisible. I don't know what this dual Beastmaster Venge lane is all about. In fact, it doesn't seem like a good lane at all.
But I actually have to say though, it's quite a... we see in mid going some engagement on, and there's the Venomancer coming from behind A. Looks pretty there to me, but Windrunner is quite in some trouble as well. He has cooldown on his Windrunner, but it should be up again soon, and this salve is not going to be cancelled that quickly, but I think AA is pretty dead here. I don't see how he will escape against the 2 slows from the Venomancer, who claimed level 2 already, and there's the Tide coming in with the Gush last hit. So,
pro support.
Yeah, fucking pro support stealing kills, and we see so much action going on. Venge on the bottom faking a stun, and Bottom actually falling for it. So
well done.
Nice play from nice play from Venge there.
The cool thing about that, or not a cool thing, but the important thing to point out there about that is the leap has a 30-second cooldown. As we see the Scourge support finding out the Lycan, and it's gonna try to stop his jungling a little bit. Yes, that's a 30-second cooldown, so you could ever bait a leap out of the bottom. You have a little bit of leeway, but it looks like the Venge is going to be in trouble. Gush and Arrow is barely going to hit.
PGG calls it. Vengeful Spirit dead.
Noobs. Man,
that guy knows what's going on.
I know. We don't even need to commentate. Basically, we'll just read off what he says.
Yeah.
Why you see exactly why you best co-caster? Hey, 715, can I just fire you for like maybe 3 minutes and then cast with PGG right now, because he vodka casting like pro.
Vodka casting. Sure.
And looks like with that little gang and then who's this the Lycan player actually forced to go back as jungle. I'm not too sure what this like Lycan, he went offensive jungling. Any reason why you think he actually went there? Because it is a little bit of, maybe he know that the trialing is gonna be bought, so he doesn't want to hang out in his own jungle. Is that why?
Yeah, I guess so. That he didn't want to get harassed, and I'm actually surprised to see him out the junglers on the carry, which I personally wouldn't like if I would be a Virus player.
Why is that?
I think they have better carry players.
I see.
He's just not that suited for the role, I'd say. But whatever, we see And the top lane actual Weaver being on 12-1, so Lich having quite an easy time there, having the same creeps as Weaver, but more denies. And I wanted to talk about the lanes for quite a bit, and we see actually A getting owned so hard in the mid by Windrunner. That's really, really incredible, like 29 to 7 and 4. But I have to say, I like the decision to put the Beastmaster on the bot lane, because I think actually the Beastmaster is the hero that goes a bit better without any items, and we see Venge actually being in a bit of trouble as Tide is coming in and dropping that gush, which is low AP, and there's a nice ward for the vision and for the block. But the pick is going to slow down the Venomancer, which is going to escape, and now the Venomancer in trouble.
And no Gale, because no mana. Here comes the Beastmaster trying to pick down the Venomancer. Venomancer Gale finally have a cooldown and had the mana to use it right there. And looks like that is going to turn them as a double diff. So very unlucky gank attempt. Here comes the bottom. Arrow is...
Here comes the legendary game call.
Legendary game call. 5 minutes in from PGG. Wow, what a shackle. That is a legendary shackle shot as he hit 2 heroes right there. And that should be the end of that engagement. And Windrunner and the bottom are the winners of this engagement in terms of getting the EXP, getting the kills. Even though Sentinel did end up getting 2 kills, they went to support. So not really, well, I guess Beastmaster was there as well. But I think bottom and the Windrunner picking up kills definitely very, very important. So Windrunner going for the 6-minute rune. Probably going to find it, most likely. And PGG says, I don't want to watch this new game. Not legendary enough.
PGG getting out of there. Drunk Master not in the game anymore.
Okay, I think we're done with this replay. That's all excitement.
Yeah, let's quit. Okay.
All right. Anyways, TIE Hunter with the boots of speed already complete. Definitely had to do with that first blood. There's a shackle shot. Ooh, barely missed. Well, I guess not barely. It just missed. And this ancient apparition, gotta be very careful. Actually, I'm gonna disagree with what you said earlier about how I guess you guys saying the ancient apparition is a little bit more item independent, as we see a little bit of ganking time. Yeah, mini gonna go down in a heartbeat. And I think Beastmaster, he always feels very weak without something like a Vanguard. Where I think AA could just mostly stay back and he needs level for his nukes. But aside from that, I mean, you could just have boots and still be really effective. That's how I feel, at least. Yeah,
but I think Beastmaster, compared to the time he had in mid, like AA, will have an easier time. Even though he's losing hard, I don't really know why. Maybe just because Vaga is playing so well, or probably because of that. But I feel like Beastmaster would have a lot harder time in mid. So and on down lane he can just farm with the axes. So I feel like overall it's better for the Sentinel economy to put the A in it.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with that, but not so much the fact that Beastmaster needs less items or more. Whatever you said, I disagree. That's how we kind of roll, right? I don't even know what you said, but I kind of disagree.
Okay.
But on the top lane here,
I get your disapproval. It's okay.
On the top lane here, we have Weaver at almost level 7. Lich very, very healthy on that level 7. Lich actually has gone for Ring of Regen and Belt of Giant Strength. Is this some like crazy strength threats build?
Straight into power threats.
Why the hell not, right? Forget that mecha. Forget all the support item like a bracer into a urn or a Django, excuse me.
I'd rather get... Actually, I would say I'd rather get face on Lich, because you're just going to be so freaking fast outrunning everyone. But I think Treads is a good decision against this team, because you're probably going to be stuck in tight out here and there, and the extra HP is just going to help you to survive so much easier.
And that is going to be the power trait complete. I don't know though. I think the initiation power is on the Sentinel, so I don't think the tank... I mean, as a Lich, you should stay back anyways and wait for... your roar to go in, or your swap, or just, you wait for the other initiators and you follow it up as we see the kill being claimed against Mini once again. So looks like this ancient apparition did hit level 6 very quickly despite being ganked once or twice, and those ice blasts has claimed him 2 kills so far. So despite losing the lane, still being very effective in the game so far.
Yes, and actually I think there has been some talk about the last game. You actually said you would rather put the AA mid, but his ults wouldn't be that efficient by then.
That's right.
Because obviously it needs a longer way. If it has to go to top lane, for example, and it's twice the way than it will need now. So
yes, I think Wago was the one that talked about it, and he's definitely right, and you're definitely right. If you put the AA on the long lane and you're trying to shoot it to a top lane for a gank, probably the hero's either dead or way far away, so you got your aim has to be perfect. Whereas if you're shooting from the mid lane, it's the same distance basically anywhere else, and it makes those ganks a lot easier as you see the kill going in the bot lane here. Looks like Potom is going to go to the mid. He is going to find Lycan, and I think the entire Sentinel team is aware of it because there is a very well placed ward. We see immediate TP coming in. Potom is going to be there. Gonna hit. Ooh, there's the AA blast. Going to hit Potom. Barely lips out right now, and that's the wolf from the Lycan. Going to claim the kill against the TIE Hunter. The arrow misses, and that should be the end of that exchange. So very, very well done by Sentinel so far. They're the one that's getting initiated upon in terms of these early engagement ganks, but because they have such good escape spells, such good counter killing spells, the AI Ice Blast plus the Lycan Wolf form is going to claim them the kills, and looks like Lycan has that Vlad's finish. Going to go for Shreds, Medallion, and BKB soon after, so already has secured a jungle to himself very safely.
Weaver's farming as well, and we see Lich. I liked so much what he's doing there, carrying an early TP, not only for being able to TP into counter gang, but also he knows that he can escape so easy if he's ever in trouble against Weaver or even one of the two supports, because there's no stun on the supports, there's no stun on his lane opponent, so yeah, just TPing out.
Good recognition by the Lich, saving himself alive, and that's quite important. You don't ever want to give that Weaver who is below your EXP level to grab any free XP, grab any free gold, because you're denying his farm quite a bit as well. So despite that, earlier we saw the Scourge team getting a couple of first bloods, a couple of kills there, and it looks like it is Sentinel that's leading right now. They have the better EXP, they have the better kills as well, as we see AA on a fairly good mark. He's got 3 and 2, but I think he's got a couple assists as well. Yeah, he's got 2 assists as well. So this Ancient Apparition being fairly effective. We see a teleportation going to top lane here. It is going to be a level 8 Beastmaster. He has mana for 1 roar, no access just yet. Let's see who they're going to be focusing. I think Venom would be a pretty good target. Ty does have Kraken Shell last time I checked him right now. They're trying to initiate around. There's a roar, Chain Frost. It looks like a little bit of mistargeting, but this AI Blast is going to hit, or at least graze everyone else. Weaver got to get the heck out, and he's taking quite a bit of damage from that AI Ice Blast in general as well. Looks like Beastmaster trying to claim the kill against TIE Hunter. TIE Hunter walks in the corner, try to TPO. I think he is going to make it alive. Yes, he definitely going to make it alive there. So all those ult being used, only the Venomancer dying there. But regardless, that was good enough for the Sentinel because they have stopped the push. The Weaver is out of the farm lane, and then Chain Frost doing quite a bit of damage. I think Lich fairly close to his mecha right now as well. Yes, at least going to finish the Buckler, and then just a short way to his mecha.
Yeah, and actually I have to say I really didn't like the Beastmaster's decision here, because I felt like it was just not good at all to go for the Tide. He should have rather went for the... We always see some nice X's and the stun combo going on, but we were going to survive barely because he picked up the Vitality booster earlier. And I think killing Venomancer is so much more important than killing Tide, because the Tide Hunter will pick up his level 6 for sure, but levels on the Venomancer are actually giving him levels of his passive as well, levels of his wards, and levels of his nuke, as well as levels of his ultimate. So I feel like levels are so much more important for Venomancer than for Tide, because that guy is going to hit 6 anyways, and 1 level of Gush more or less doesn't matter that much. We see Lycan getting ganked by 3 people in the jungle zone, so that's a very good thing for Druids now, because he was definitely getting too farmed. And you said earlier, you said the advantage is at Sentinel at the moment, and I agree on that. But I think we should point out here that I feel like Weaver's potential is going to rise a lot more when he gets like to his Radiance than the potential of Lycan getting to a BKB.
I'm gonna agree, simply because, I mean, against the Scourge lineup, a BKB Lycan, yes, it is gonna be strong and makes him the strongest unit. But Scourge, very mobile. The Potom Leap, the Windrun, the Sakuchi. You're not going to kill any of those 3 sami carries if you don't keep them locked down. The TIE Hunter don't really, to be honest, don't really care about getting killed as long as he drops a good Ravage. And as long as Venomancer picks up a Ghost Scepter, which I assume he will if he has a go, he is going to be fine as well. So we see Venge going to get initiation on. Where is the Gush? TIE Hunter with the F up. There's a Gush initiate. The arrow gets dodged, but he is going to go down to a couple right clicks. There's a Ravage just to get the stun against the Lich. I think that Ravage might have been a little bit too much of a waste, because that Ravage cooldown, especially in the early game, could mean many things. You get a couple tower kills, or get a tower push there as well. It looks like, meanwhile, on the top lane there, I think they got a kill against the Weaver.
Some deep diving is going on bottom where the Weaver is, so the Weaver probably didn't die, and the Lich dropping the Chain Frost there on the tide, bouncing between him and the bottom. And there's another one, that's a nice kill and leveling up, surviving barely, but I think he's in trouble. The Weaver will claim that kill for sure.
Good commentary by 715. Weaver's a bot, so probably didn't die. And looks like he's doing some expert juking, so it lit just circle around. Where's the terror? Where's the magic missile? There's the magic missile tower, not doing anything right now. No mana on the Lich Nova. Switch your treads to int, bro, because you could have had that Nova. I think that was a little bit of panic mode by 769. Could have definitely got that kill there, so unfortunately. Who died on the top lane? I think that was the Venomancer. So Venomancer desperately.
Yo, 769 is the Vengeance. He actually got the kill, so.
Oh man. Okay, you know what?
You sure you're okay after your crash?
I don't know, man. Like mental damage. A little bit too harsh, but yes, going back to the top lane here, getting a kill on Mini again, like what you said, is so important on Venomancer to get that level. And they killed him once again, so that's just another win for the Sentinel there. You can see the top tower is taken down, the mid-second tower also taken down. So in terms of the engagement that was happening on the bot lane here, Sentinel took fully advantage of that, sending both the Lycan and Beastmaster, which are both very strong pusher, claiming 2 towers at once, and a tower score being led by Sentinel. Sentinel, I think the Lich would have had the Mecha finish right now. Yes, he does. Between the Strength Treads and the Mecha is actually quite tanky now. And I think the Ancient Apparition has Face Boot. Beastmaster picks up an Arcane Boot. So that's quite interesting. Or is that the standard build? To me, that's not the standard build. I think Face Boots or maybe even Treads is sometimes preferred. But I guess he's looking for a little bit more pushing power.
It really depends, but I think in this lineup he's he's off really good with the Canes, because you can go Treads if you need that physical DPS that is that's really helping with the Treads, and if you're doing a lot of solo ganks. But in this case, the Arcane Boots are very nice to support the Venge, to support the AA, and actually, yeah, I think he's looking for a bit more push, a bit more anti-push, maybe a bit of farming in the jungle. So overall, Arcane's the better choice for that.
And meanwhile, on the bot lane here, we see Meanie trying to get a tower by himself. Unfortunately, got the tower denied. Uses the entire combo against 2 supports. Mecha being popped on the Lich, so he was fine. Ven just TP's out. So quite a lot of mishaps going against Mini and the entire EMC team. So they lost quite a bit of there as well. Again, the Venom will die, so a little bit more deny on his XP as we see. Meanwhile, mid lane getting harassed upon is that Nerubian Weaver, no follow-up stunts because of a quick Sakuchi by the Weaver, no dust. I think with the dust, he would have definitely went down. And the roar is off cooldown. Here comes Mini once again. Dude needs to be careful as we see Shackle Shot. It's going to hit the Beastmaster. There's a swap to keep him alive. And again, that is about. There's the AI Splat coming in right now. All the support at very low HP. Mecha being popped but not getting any healed on. They're trying to focus on AA half HP. There's a Chain Frost between the 2 heroes. It looks like Tidehunter is going to go down. Actually, Weaver's still going right. And he's got to be very careful of the nuking power of the Sentinel. Here comes the Potom. Not going to do anything against Lycan. Lycan's so tanky at this point. Got the Vlad. Got Strange Check going straight for the BKB, skipping the medallion. Arrow is going to hit one of the wolves, and that should be the end of the team fight. I think Scourge is momentarily winning the team fight, and they are going to claim the tower there as well, but that just shows how strong the Sentinel could be. You got to keep in mind that the initiation wasn't really too good on the Sentinel. They wasted Roar on the Weaver. They couldn't get the kill, but I'm pretty sure if they'd done it right, they would have got the kill on the Weaver, and the team fight would have been mostly won. But so far, Scourge lucking it out, and they have gonna game themselves a tower. We do see Vanguard being picked up on the Nerubian Weaver. So skipping the treads, he's losing quite a bit of damage. I don't think he has. Yeah, he's only got 400 gold to his relic. So I don't think he's actually gonna finish his Radiance anytime soon, and that is a huge trouble because I think they're gonna start to get out DPS a little bit.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. But last fight, I think we saw pretty well why Lycan is not being able to do anything against that Scourge lineup. We saw him running around, desperately looking for some targets, but Potamol doing a good job there. Titan died before, was picked off by the Lich Chain Frost, which is in my opinion a big waste, because Lycan could have just went chasing for his Titan, because as you said earlier, there's nothing else he can kill in. But the Potamol hit the Venomancer pretty well, as well as the low HP Windrunner, so they need to pick up some dust, and they need to ensure that there are targets that the Lycan is able to focus.
Yes, and I think also dust is more important, especially if they're going to focus on the Weaver and use a roar on it. You should, I mean, if you're roaring a Weaver, if the Weaver doesn't have like, you know, mega HP, you should just get the kill. But unfortunately, didn't have the dust or Sentry Ward, so Weaver got to live and fight another day. Right now, I like absolutely what Mini's doing. Mini, you know, in the last couple of times, he's been getting ganked, but here, free source of EXP, free source of gold that he could really enjoy right now. And again, getting that level 11 is so important for a Venomancer. Well, level 16 is also good, but you know, level 11 is kind of the mark you want to hit as a support Venomancer. Looks like we do have the wolves being sent in by Lycan to do a little bit of scouting. He is looking for the Roshan, but I don't think he could get it anytime soon. Scourge doing a fairly good job in terms of keeping a good general sight around the area. I think Waga is going for straight Hex. It seems he does have a Voice Stone, but he might be making a Ill Scepter. Oh, where's the minute?
Missing the whole Ravage, missing the team fight, no problem.
No problem. The edge of the Ravage hits 2 people, and here's a roar. Wow, so many spell being used on him. I guess it's not really a waste, but the Lycan Wolf form might be in waste because it should be down before the next team fight happening. No more roar, no more magic missile for a little bit. I think Sentinel still trying to persist with the push. 4v5 is the Scourge team. Can they defend is a question right now. A lot of wards being set up by the Venomancer desperately. Swarm being used just for a little bit of more delay and more wards being set up. I think the Scourge will be able to defend for now, especially with the Windrunner popping that power shot and Potom being able to drop down a couple of Starfalls. So pretty good defense for the Scourge so far, doing it 4v5, and that's going to give themselves a little bit of time. Lycan right now, there's a swap on the Potom, needs to leap out, there's a leap out, and there's a Vengeful Spirit gotta run out there. Potom initiates with that ult, and they're going to try to focus down the Venge. Venge is going to go down before the TP out, and there's a Chain Frost, doing so much damage in conjunction with the AI Splash. Ty can't do anything because his ult was, you know, pretty whiffed. They traded a Potom for a Venge, so that's definitely a pretty good trade so far. Meanwhile, Lycan getting the push on the bot lane, forcing a couple of TC from the Venomancer. Venomancer's got to be very careful because this Lycanthrope could just run in and get an easy kill on him.
Yeah, and how about a little farm check?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
You know, we see about 60 creeps on the A and on the Lich, so both of the solos are pretty okay farm. We see 70 creeps on the Beastmaster, so quite an equal distribution of the farm on those 3 solos. And we also see how many neutrals? 84 on the Lycan, so he's at about 100 creeps, which is a pretty good farm for 21 minutes, especially in that game, where we see the Potom sitting at 80 creeps, so Windrunner is at 80 as well, and Venomancer is 41, while Weaver is only at 55. So what we have to point out here is that there in both teams there are 4 heroes that have a really good economy going right now, but I feel like even though we see some teamfight action going on,
I think the team fight is mostly ending. The Ravage, does he have cooldown for the Ravage? Not just yet right now. Lich got hit by arrow in the start of the team fight, but no really follow-up initiation. Here comes the Weaver with the Swarm. Who is he going to focus right now? A lot of tanking power. Looks like Potom is going to be ending up dying. I think Lich might be in trouble. He's trying to TP out. I think the Weaver is going to get the kill there. Can the TIE Hunter get up for Ravage? I don't think he has the mana. He is going to have one more Gush. Maybe they're going to focus down. There's Ravage barely getting the Venge. I think Venge is gonna live through it. Yeah, so that was probably pretty over ambitious on that Ravage. I think if you're gonna use your ult just to get one unit, I think Gush might be a little bit better off overall, because it really is gonna just do pretty much the same thing. In fact, the Gush might be a little bit better because it gives you a little bit more minus armor to work with. Meanwhile, at the meantime, Lycanthrope pushing one more tower on the bot lane. If you look at the tower being claimed right now, Sentinel claims 4, meanwhile Scourge only claiming 2. So this, you can see the power of the Lycan in a game like this, where you know, if there's a long team fight that's going to break out on the other side of the map, it's going to be fairly easy kill. Great ganking initiation against the Windrunner. Didn't even have a chance, as we see a 4-staff roar into a follow-up AAI splash. Garter, or whatever, however you pronounce his name right now, is playing brilliant AA.
Yeah, and we see another tower going for the Sentinels, so even better economy for them. And I was talking about the farm earlier, and I feel that the distribution for the Scourge is just not going so well at the moment, because Weaver actually pretty low farm, but since he got 5 kills, that kind of makes up for it. While the farm for the Sentinel is actually not getting any better at the moment. So I would actually say at the moment, Scourge is farming a little bit better.
Yeah, but they are losing quite a well. I mean, the tower is gonna equalize it, I think, especially when they're up
Yes.
2k go. It depends how the game is gonna go, at least how Sentinel wants to play the game. Because definitely, I think in terms of heads-up engagement, they're a little bit stronger. It depends if they're gonna just sit back and chill for 10 minutes. That's when the Scourge could be a little bit scary, because at that point I think Windrunner would get a little bit more farm, the bottom would get a little bit more farm, especially that Weaver might be a lot closer to that Relic. And again, you gotta keep in mind, I think the Scourge is having better hero in terms of moving into that mid to late game potential. So if the Sentinel decides to do nothing for 10 minutes, that can be dangerous for the Sentinel. But I think Sentinel does realize that as well. They are definitely a mid game lineup, and they should be trying to finish this game mid game. I wonder what they're waiting for. Let's check out what Sentinel have in terms of item. I think we have a point booster being bought by the Lich, but it looks like we have a smoke gang of some sort on the Scourge. So I'll talk about the item in just a bit. The Weaver being a very, very smart bait. Generally, be like, oh, Weaver's farming. That's not really a bait, because he doesn't expect to get killed. There's a Gale. It's gonna hit the pot. What a shackle shot! They gotta be very careful in terms of initiation or the counter initiation from the Scourge. Venom is gonna drive the Lich back. They are gonna claim the kill against the Beastmaster. Beastmaster actually quite tanky. Took a lot of time on the Scourge, 4 heroes to get that kill. Shackle shot is going to miss, but Weaver's chasing very, very deeply. The Frost Armor actually keeping the Lich alive quite a bit. The Weaver's got to be very careful. He might actually need to use the time lapse. He's kind of dodging out, so we see another kill going on the outside map. Here's a roar, and wow, that was a little bit bad roar. I'll talk about that in just a bit as we Tie Hunter see finally going down there. And now Beastmaster on the chase against the Windrunner. Windrunner's going to be fine. Arrow's going to be dropped. Here's the AA using the slow against Potom. Potom leaping out a lot of mobility again on the Scourge team, so they're going to be fine. Anyways, before I hand the mic back to 715, I think the roar and the ult form by the Lycan being used against the Tie Hunter is over investment and really doesn't need to happen.
Yeah, and the BKB was like the BKB from this Lycan. That's why I don't like Maldichomlis playing carry. I'm sorry, but I have to say that like it was such a bad BKB. Ravage was popped on him, the Venomancer, Venomous Gale was on him, and after that he pops the BKB and his ult runs out 2 seconds later, and he just kills the Tide with it, but he wouldn't even need to use it, and that was just bad play. And now we see Beastmaster being in some trouble actually.
Actually, a double damage. Weaver comes in right now. It's going to focus on Lich, not before he drops the Chain Frost, so he's done there. As we see Beastmaster, it's going to go down as well. Man, this double damage Weaver doing so much, but looks like that's, the Lycan did claim the Aegis, but the Weaver still chasing down the entire team. Wow, every spell after that Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition gone down as well. Aegis being claimed by the Lycan, but I think Scourge won that team fight overall. Of course, the Aegis is kind of a big deal, but now after that team fight, Weaver is at how much gold? He's at 3,400 gold, and this actually might look pretty bad for the Sentinel. Once the Radiant is completed, the Weaver, I mean, the thing with the Weaver, right, especially against the Sentinel lineup is fairly squishy. Ancient Apparition, Avenge, Lich, they aren't really the sturdiest hero, and the fact...
Apparition got a Vanguard though.
What? He does have the Vanguard, but I think the thing is, if you look at how these team fights are progressing, the Scourge could survive long enough for the Weaver to do that damage. So,
and I actually think like in Aegis in this game, I don't think it's a big deal.
It isn't.
The only, I just can repeat it and repeat it again. The only thing that this Lycan is going to do is he's going for the Tide and for the Venomancer. Like Japanese are, I don't know. No, I don't make a comparison now.
Kamikaze? Is that what you're going for?
What?
Kamikaze? No?
No?
What are you even talking about? You brought up Japanese, and I was like, okay, what the fuck is this?
Yes, no. Fuck it now, okay?
Okay.
So he's just going to kill that Tide and that Venomancer, and he doesn't even need the Aegis for that. He can do that every time actually, because they won't be able to stop him when he got that BKB. So he just needs to alt BKB, right click those 2 heroes, and after that the job is done for him.
Yes.
Because I can't really finish off the Weaver. The Weaver will just outrun him. The Potom will just leap away and run so quickly as well. Maybe she will even leap over a cliff. Then she's gone like forever. Yeah, and so yeah, don't even need to talk about Windrunner without an MKB.
I think the BKB. I mean, good at every other game, not so good at this one. I think the fact that he's investing on plate mail right now is very, very smart. I'm also thinking maybe, like, instead of BKB as we see it, wow, there's a good Sentry War being dropped right now. He is win run. There's a BKB popping in, and he is just driving everyone back. Actually is going to get the kill on the Windrunner, and now Weaver might be in trouble. He's running into the Sentry Ward. Man, this Sentry Ward is just boss getting a roar on. It looks like Arrow is going to hit the Lich. Are they actually going to fight right now? Ty coming in with a huge Ravage, gets 4 or 5 hero. They are going to pick off the Lich, but he already Chain Frost, so he's kind of done right now. Venomancer trying to get off the ult, but he is going to go down as well. Aegis finally being a little bit useful, going to keep him alive as Potom needs to get the hell out. They're going to try to get a kill against the Ancient Aberration. Actually, Potom very bravely, he's going to come back and he's got to be very careful. It looks like we have a 4-staff TP, is going to make it out alive. The arrow is going to cancel him. Ancient Aberration is going to go down. Yes, well done by Panda Spot. Meanwhile, Weaver trying to chase someone down, but without the Radiance, he can't really do too much chasing. So it's going to get repel the push right now. I think that turned out to be a very good team fight for the Sentinel due to that very lucky Sentry Ward being dropped down. I think if there wasn't a Sentry Ward and the Windrunner was allowed to live, I don't think the team fight would have went as well for the Sentinel as it did.
I actually think Scourge came out of this team fight ahead.
Why is that? The Weaver and the Potom got kills?
Yes, and who like some 3 people died on the Sentinel. They also lost the Aegis, and I mean they killed the Windrunner. They didn't kill anyone else, right?
I think they may have killed Mini as well, the Venomancer. Yeah, you're right. They only killed 2, and they gave up 4, I think it was.
Yes.
3 in Aegis,
yes,
so.
and I feel like these, as you said earlier, Sentinel's a mid-game team, so if they lose fights as a mid-game team, it's bad for a mid-game team, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Good logic. Mid-game team lose fight, not good. Oh no, what did they do?
Yeah, I don't know. Like your logic is questionable today.
I know.
Oh yeah, Weaver died at the top lane. Actually, he's diving on bottom.
Weaver died and we were diving on the bot, man. I don't know. Sometimes it's just happened. I would cast a game and call Shaker like Warlock, and Warlock is not even in the game, so that's fine. Weaver's got the Radiance completed. He's got the Vanguard and he's got 1500 HP. Generally, we don't see Weaver being this tank because generally they just get like Vid Hood and then only have boots. But he has Strength Threats and the Vanguard. Where do you go here? Do you get a little bit more DPS or do you go for all-out survivability?
I expect him to go. That's actually hard to say. We see being engaged on right now and just being annihilated there with a gem from the Beastmaster. I think Hood Butterfly would be a good choice, but I think Hot wouldn't do bad as well. For me, they hear 3 choices: either Hood into Butterfly or Hot and some damage item after that.
Venomancer drops the ult. Ty runs in position, is going to get the Ravage as well. BKB being used on Mal the Jam, but no Wolf form, so he's kind of done. Looks like we have Chain Frost being dropped, and this Chain Frost is just doing so much work. Actually bouncing around invisible targets, so it doesn't actually do the damage. That was kind of odd. And looks like the Lycan is going to go down. Potom is going to drop the arrow. The Starfall is going to get the kill. 4-staff go out. He's not going to survive. Potom at low HP, but I think it is time for the Scourge to chase. Actually, Potom is going to go down. Very well done by the Ancient Aberration. They're going to try to pick down the Venge. Venge is going to go down as well. A now in trouble because Windrunner could just chase him all day long. Lich comes in a position. They are going to get the kill on the Venomancer. Venomancer juking like a champ right now. They're going to turn on the Lich. Lich very low. Looks like Ern is going to pop on the Veno. Veno takes a cold feet as well. He is going to drop the kill. Is he going to make it alive? No, he isn't. As we see, Mini goes down. Actually, Beastmaster in trouble as well. They're trying to bring him down. There's a roar pushing everyone back. Lich being focused upon right now. Lich actually is tanking so much with that Frost Armor, and here comes the Weaver, and that is the end of the team fight as we see Sentinel trying to make it out alive, but they are not going to run away from this Weaver at all. Sakuchi is going to just follow to him to Earth's End, and this Beastmaster going to go down. So at the end of that team fight, it was 5 deaths for the Sentinel. I think Sentinel might have even bought back a couple of times as well. Did they? I haven't really checked.
I think there weren't any buyouts on them.
But it's 5 for nothing still. So
yes, it's a 5 for, yeah, well, not for nothing, but not for very much.
Not for, well, they did get the Potom, which I guess is okay. Venomancer dies, but he's fine. Venomancer just spent 1,000 gold going for another part of that what's that? Axe stick. I think he really should have just picked up a Ghost Scepter, to be honest. I think Tidehunter picked up a Ghost Scepter, and then Venom picks up a Ghost Scepter. And what can Sentinel do about that? Nothing. Like the biggest thing right now is have that BKB Lycan run in, and sure the Lycan's not gonna kill too much, but the good thing about that is it really makes the Scourge scatter. Like it really ruins whatever perfect positioning they had. So that's one thing they could do against a that's one good thing that the BKB Lycan could do against this lineup. But if you pick up a Ghost Scepter, that Lycan just could be ignored. Literally could be ignored. But no, they're gonna just go for other items, which, I mean, let's see if it's gonna work out. I personally don't like it as much though.
I have to say though, at the moment I think they're just trying to get so much damage that the Lycan is in huge trouble. In last fight, actually, we saw already that he has really problems with that. That there's quite some damage at the Scourge team, and he really has to be careful. He's not life stealing back enough. He's not tank enough yet to tank all that damage. And even with the Hex, it's becoming even harder for him. Like when he will be hexed and then focused, that will be a huge deal. So they have the Hex, they have the mech, all to protect the Venomancer and maybe even the Titan. So I think as the Venomancer, you get some kind of feeling for the game, and I guess we need just feels here that an Aghanim is way better than a Ghost Scepter actually, and we see Weaver picking up a Mithril Hammer, so this is going to be a BKB.
BKB, interesting choice. BKB doesn't stop the roar, of course it doesn't stop the swap, but it is gonna block quite a bit of magical damage. It's Chain Frost we're talking about, Ancient Aberration, Ice Blast, your 1 or 2 stuns coming in from a Sentinel, so it offers quite a bit of survivability through that. Of course, give you 10 strength as well. That is another 190 HP, and HP on this Weaver, especially if the magic immunity as well, gonna give you that chance to always prop back into your time lapse. And so overall, pretty good survival item, and I think that's all he really needs, because earlier when I was asking what item you think he'll get, I think he's mostly fine, especially against this lineup. Survivability isn't too, I mean, it's not like you're up against so many OP stuns like, a multi-cast Fire Blast. You're not really up against a
You know what, maybe that's a Maelstrom.
Oh, come on. Don't even trip with me, bro. But it's
no, I'm serious. Like, I don't feel like really need to BKB here. Maybe it's just a Maelstrom for the damage. I don't know how does it work.
It doesn't.
It can trigger on the first hit, right? It can trigger on the first hit, and if it doesn't, then there's the orb, the second hit going to come out as well, right?
Yes.
So
I mean,
good interaction actually.
But
not bad for Weaver.
I mean, come on, it's BKB. Let's not kid ourselves.
Okay, let's no. I said Maelstrom. Fuck you.
Okay, Maelstrom.
By the way, you're showing some Asian Apparition on the stream soon.
What?
You heard famous Asian Apparition.
Asian Apparition?
Yeah, when you play it, isn't it called Asian Apparition?
Yeah, it is.
Isn't that what you told me?
Yeah, man, it's pro shit, because AI Blast never miss. So, have you seen my tactical ult from that TIE Hunter? You seen it? You were in that game, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry, but Reason's TIE ult kind of reminds me of Tactical's special tactic TIE ults, and let me tell you, if you're dropping tactical ults on Tide, probably not that good.
Your team is not always amused. Nebula is not amused.
But it looks like the Scourge team is pretty amused right now. They're getting exceptional amount of farm. FCC Weaver pretty tank. Windrunner got the Hex finish, so that is going to be very good against the Lycan. Just force him to really depend on that BKB maybe a little bit more than he wants to. As we see, Gale hits tier 3 hero, Shackle Shot being claimed. The Scourge team really good in terms of lobbing many spells from afar. Arrow is going to hit the pig and kill it right now, and the Wolves going to come out, and here we go. We have a dust being used right. Ty trying to use ult, doesn't get it off in time, and he dies. Venomancer dies well, but he drops his ult, and there's going to be Chain Frost gonna get dispersed. And again, that's what Scourge is good at. They have 3 very mobile heroes. They all use all the ult, but the Scourge, the DPS of the Scourge is still alive right now. Looks like Venge is gonna go down. They're gonna try to focus on the Beastmaster. Lycan Wolf form is done. He still has the Aegis right now, but I think this is probably not a good time to put the Aegis on him anymore. I mean, or maybe that's, well, he's the only valid target, but he's not really a good target to have. You can see what he's doing right now. 715. Let me ask you a question. What is he doing right now?
Well, like it?
Yes.
He's running away.
He's doing nothing. Shackle Shot is gonna hit on a creep, and he is getting focus fire. The bug is gonna hit. Oh, never mind. He runs so fast. Potom trying to track him down, and let me see if there's some crazy arrows from the Potom. And...
'Where's he gonna go?
Oh, arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh, what? 'Where's he gonna go? Oh, arrow! Arrow! Oh,
Are you questioning my qualification for this cast? Can you please tell us what Lycan is doing right now? You are too stupid to do anything else.
No, man,
So tell me
because
that he's running away.
because this Lycan is making no sense in terms of how he's playing. Well, it makes sense. He's trying to run.
Told ya.
He's trying to survive, but he runs into a straight arrow, and that is gonna make him lose the Aegis. And what was the exchange at that team fight? Avenge, Aveno, for everyone on your team and an Aegis on your Lycan. This is looking really bad for the Sentinel.
Well, it's no pro Lycan. I don't know. But we have to say though, the team fight. Oh, there's another swap going on the Windrunner, and she's in some trouble now. Yeah, getting annihilated by that AA actually. But Venge and Lycan are going to die here, and Weaver's getting fat as heck.
Weaver and a double damage. Potom chasing, and looks like the Lycan is gonna go down to all the right clicks. Potom actually starting to out DPS. I'll ask you on your thoughts on a lifesteal Potom in just a bit as we see. No, that should be the end of the fight. Why do you think lifesteal is oh no, Tie Hunter comes around with the gush route, teleport support, 2 TP incoming in, but Potom says he doesn't care. Ravage gonna be done. They're gonna try to kill the can they kill the Lich Chain Frost? A little bit of a wrong angle as you get 1 kill right now. Gonna go for the 2nd kill, and the Ancient Apparition Gale, or the ult from the Venomancer, hits nothing right there. But I think Beastmaster is gonna go down to yet another gush, and the constant chasing of EMC. EMC turning this game around. Very well done.
Yep, I absolutely agree. Great chasing power there on the team, and we see Venomancer completed their Ganims right now, and he's level 17, so his ult is going to hurt hard as shit. And what we have actually been talking about? Oh yeah, we've been talking about Weaver getting so fat, and 14-2. So Lycan is going to have really big trouble, and they is not even close to the Hex right now. So right now they'll have really hard problems. Well, actually, they still can kill the Weaver. Oh, and he's boring. He's buying an Organex, so that is going to be a BKB.
Yeah. No, he's gonna be a
Explain
Maelstrom.
me, please. I want to get a BKB here. Explain me.
I actually, I think seeing what happened right now, I don't think he really need the BKB, to be honest. Like, but what other item would you want buy with the Myrtle Hammer? I guess you just keep it with the Myrtle Hammer, and that'll be cool, right?
Yeah, but why? I don't even know why he would go for BKB before.
Well, I think when he was starting to decide to buy the BKB, especially when he got the Myrtle Hammer, they weren't like raping like this, like right now. So, I mean, it made sense. It's kind of like a luxury survival item that he didn't really need, but it's just good to have.
Survival against what?
Oh, come on. Well,
tell me.
You remember that once where there was a smoke gang mid and he was farming, he got rolled,
and the BKB saves
it doesn't, but I'm saying it you know, I don't even know why he got it. It is not necessary, but like I said, it's a luxury support. Luxury survival item that's not bad to have.
So
why are you hating?
So after Radiance, go straight luxury. No useful items.
No useful items. And you know what? I don't know why you're hating on Malda Jam either. I don't think like the best Lycan player in the world like would have done any. Well, maybe the BKB activation would have been a little bit better. Maybe the wolf form control, the timing would have been a little bit better. Maybe the target selection is a little bit better. But overall, he will still be.
Yes, that's absolutely true. And we see a huge team fight going on here. Lich is actually going to kill the Weaver. Wow, and this team fight is going crazy.
Crazy indeed, but do we see buybacks from the Weaver is a question. Looks like so far no buyback right now. Lycan going on a chase right now. Looks like the TIE Hunter trying to survive. Oh, if you have Ghost Scepter, you'll be alive. It looks like he is going to go down as well. Finally, Sentinel wins the team fight, but I think that was more so in the luck. I think extra half second, the time lapse would have been up against the Weaver. So that's one of those very Shackle Shot against the Lycanthrope. Lycanthrope is taking so much damage. There's a Hex on him right now. Can they get the kill though? No, looks like it's not gonna be possible. Actually, Potom still going on. He needs to leap out right now because the Roar is gonna be cooling down relatively soon. Still turning around, man. Panther Spot playing it wow, I guess he's like, you know what? I'm fine. Wow, Shackle Shot almost hits the Venge as well, and the Venge gonna die to a. Oh no, okay. These guys are just baiting back and forth. I don't even know who's in trouble because. Okay, they're good. Why do you get lifesteal on the Potom? Because, I mean, he's always at 4 HP, right? And that's cool. Do you rather just have to get more damage?
I'm not too sure why he get lifesteal in this situation, but I actually think it's quite good. Well, lifesteal on some heroes, lifesteal is just good to get, yeah, like to win like the fight against the other carry. Like a hero for that would be sniper, for example. Like you want to kill the other carry and you want to like tank everything with your lifesteal. But on heroes like Potom, I feel like lifesteal is more of a you avoid getting low. You want to avoid getting too low HP by the AOE damage. So you have that lifesteal on, and when there's some AOE damage dropped on you, or maybe the Lich is dropping in over in the fight, you're going to steal it back. Not that fast, but quite in some time, and so you actually don't become an easy target just to pick off. Like you don't come into a state where only 2 spells are missing to finish you off. And that will help you to stay in the fight a lot longer.
And because you stay in the fight, that allow you to give you the opportunity to chase as well. And as we all know, Potom with Yasha and Leap, pretty strong chaser. But I like how you brought up Sniper as the example for that lifesteal analogy, because come on, Sniper is a hero that you want to stay back and have good positioning and win, as we see the entire Scourge team smoke right under.
Okay, then Leoric, fuck you.
Okay, Leoric. But come on, I never get lifesteal on Sniper, because that to me is just dumb.
Yeah, I know your sniper didn't carry me lately.
Well, no, my sniper don't carry noobs, because can carry noob that feeds so much. But
ooh, this illusion getting ganked. Being arrow.
Oh,
not
perfect arrow gonna hit. Oh, they shit. Come on, you know that's fake. But entire Scourge teams this smoke right under a Hawk. So I think the Sentinel does know as well. And I let's see how many lucky team fights that that they could get on against this Scourge lineup. This Weaver, he's good. Like he so far still haven't got a chance to use a BK. I think Lincoln actually might be better off, to be honest, in this kind of lineup.
Oh yes,
a lot
yes,
better.
Lincoln would have been pretty good, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, cause
and it will even help against the Hex later on. Better than the BKB in my opinion.
yes. Because, I mean, if you get smoked up and you get Hex, BKB is not going to help you there. Looks like Scourge still very patient in terms of trying to get the push going in the mid lane. I think they will be eventually to get that push off, but I don't think there's any rush, is it? Like, is Scourge under really any type of pressure to finish the game quick? I don't think so.
That's a really good question.
I mean,
I would actually say they should be trying to finish the game, because I think because what Sentinel is lacking right now, I feel it's disable. So
oh come on, they have a roar and a magic missile.
no, but look at the Scourge disable compared to that. They have Tidal, that's a great AoE disable. They have the Hex, they have the Shackle, they have the arrow. Like, and Sentinel has only so much single target.
That's true.
They have the Venge stun, they have the Beastmaster roar, and yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
it.
true. Yeah, so that's it.
So
But I don't think getting the Hex would help. Like, that's just one more, right? So I mean, well, actually, it will help especially if you have a Lycan in your team. If you could keep them in place, a Lycan could, in theory, kill them so very quickly.
Yes, right, and I think like 1 or maybe even 2 Hex, I don't know. Like 1 Hex already will do a lot for the Sentinel, I think. So I should right now. Scourge should be asking themselves, can we play against 1 or maybe 2 Hex, because Sentinel is definitely going to farming up some Hexes, and well, that's a good question. I don't know, I wouldn't be careful there.
It looks like there's a smoke gang coming in right now. Arrow is gonna hit, and that is gonna reveal the fact that there's some invisible units coming in. The Scourge does know well, or should know, and they need to back up, because at this point, if you lose a fight in your area of the map, and then you don't have buyback, as we see Potom in huge trouble right now. Oh, he leaps out just fine. Where's the swap long range? Nope, not gonna have the level 16 swap, so very unlucky there. Potom did not have buyback there. If he died, oh my goodness, could have meant Rex. So very lucky break for that Potom and the entire EMC team. Entire Sentinel team is gonna back off for now. You can see that in just that last engagement, you can catch off the team that is, you know, in theory on paper stronger right now, and still win the game right now. Venge threatening for the swap, but he's gotta be.
Look at that Weaver.
Well, Nice
his
BKB usage as he's gonna go down before he used yet another fight. Where's the Thai Ravage? Oh my god, Thai not in position as we see the entire Sentinel team going in rape mode, but here comes the Thai Ravage and Bottom. Wow, Shaco shot him 2 here right now. Bottom doing the DPS with the double damage rune, and looks like they are gonna try to focus on the Beastmaster as well. The Bottom actually pussied out a little bit too early because he could have killed the Thai. He eventually does so as well. Bottom gets a double kill, and really, I think if you're gonna get a BKB, pop that stuff, please. Please.
Just have it for the lulz, luxury.
And really, I'm sure Waga will probably watch this, and probably like get a little bit disappointed. But you know what I'm saying. Waga, I love you, but should have popped that BKB.
But it's not.
It's not Waga. It's his teammate. But come on, should have popped the BKB.
But Vaga's going for an awesome Hex King on that Vengeful Spirit and he's dead. See ya.
Where's the arrow follow-up right now? Shaco, wow, I'm gonna say Waga must be turning up some hacks, because one time that he didn't even shackle on 2 things, because Waga be shackling too hard right now. They are gonna try to claim the Roche, and they are gonna do it, because what is the Lich and AA gonna do? Nothing. They're gonna scout it out though. I suppose that's cool.
Yeah, and actually we saw, I think the last team fight has shown quite good that there's still a good chance for Sentinel to come back into the game. Tide's just going down. And the Chain Frost, wow! So they're not going to do anything, bro? Is that what you just said?
I don't know, man. These 2 support actually raving Waga in trouble as well. They're trying to claim him. He's very, very low HP. Let's see if he's going to tick into the Ice Blast range. No, he is going to be fine. There's a Hex and a turnaround. Shaco Shot's got to be very careful. Bottom doing so much damage with Frost Armor, doing a pretty good job in terms of keeping him alive right now. And the Lich needs to turn back. And this is why, well, actually, Bottom might get Roar. Where's the Roar? The Roar is a little bit late, unfortunately. And I think the A is gonna just run barely outside the bug range. Yes, Lich might be in trouble. Lich is gonna go down. He takes the air right now. Here comes the Lycan Wolf, and he needs to turn on the Bottom. Bottom takes 2 huge crits. Bottom's gonna go down, and that is the benefit of having a Lycan in your team when you hit so hard right now. Lycan actually ponying absolutely everyone. The Ice Blast is gonna hit the Weaver. Weaver in dangerous position right now. Lycan Wolf form runs out. They're gonna try to focus on the Venomancer. Venomancer at half HP. Where's the swap? No swap right now. Weaver drops a swarm. I think Weaver needs to run out as well. Lycan at half HP. The Venomancer running. Is he gonna try to TP out? Where's the swap? Where's the Magic Missile? Nothing. And he's gonna make it out fine there as well. And they're gonna try to chase down the Weaver. No, they're not gonna get the chase off of the Weaver.
Yo, bro.
Yes, bro.
And if you saw, hey, don't call me bro, man. Okay. I'm not your bro.
Okay.
That doesn't work.
Okay. You call me bro, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's okay. That's because you're my slave.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
No, oh. Okay. No. Whatever.
Nice joke, bro.
To saying this sounded like. Oh, we had weird conversations anyways today.
Yes.
Like, I'm telling Luminous the size matters, and you know what he thinks of. At first.
Okay. All right. Let's tell the viewers. Okay. If you tell an Asian man size matters, what do you think of?
Yo, man, if you tell that there's not a team fight going on, an awesome Shaco shot by Vaga, but not going to stop Lycan, Ravage being kind of wasted, only hitting the Beastmaster out getting dispelled immediately, and that Lycan chicken is quick. And that's actually 1 for 3.
1 for 3 for now, as we see Lycan running around still. Okay, yes. Okay, this is a long side story, but what the hell were you telling me when you called me bro? Oh, you already forgot.
Yes, I was telling you that when you saw that Bottom getting roared by the Beastmaster,
yes.
This single target, you can't do shit anymore. Disable that what Scourge that was Sentinel doesn't have. Like they have it only once. And Vaga failing to steal at Aegis, not even getting the cheese.
Waga, where you at? Waga getting old right now, and looks like there is gonna be Aegis and cheese. They're gonna put the cheese on the Lycan throw. Very, very smart. And what did he destroy? He didn't destroy the Aegis, did he?
No,
the Ancient Aberration picked that up. Okay, I was like, yo, you're not leading that much. But they are winning the game right now, but I think it's mostly off EMC's mistakes, because the EMC...
the beats.
Yes.
I mean, we saw that Lycan raping that Pollen just in seconds when she was disabled, and now there's even the hex. So that's why I wanted to tell you that there's now a hex, and now he before he, you know, they used the Beastmaster out for the Pollen, and they maybe used the hex for the Weaver, and there you go, Lycan rape 2 of your carries.
Well, you know what? I think that's maybe a little bit mistakes of EMC's item choice, because if, let's say, Tide has a Yield Scepter or a Force Staff, which he does have a Force Staff, the Veno needs to have a Yield Scepter or a Force Staff. Yeah, you could hex my guys. I'll force them away. Sure, they are still most likely gonna die, but you waste a little bit more time, so maybe 2 of your carries don't die, and instead of you just lose 1 of your carries. So, you know, maybe smarter item choice will benefit, but right now at this meantime they are getting pushed upon in the mid lane in a game that we have gave to EMC already, as we see Swap going on to the Potom. Potom dies once again. Panther Spot, does he have buyback? No, he does not. We do see buyback go on the Windrunner, but he's going to be spawning out very soon. I think he's going to spawn out, maybe fight and trade his life for a little bit more extra time and then buyback once again. But right now at this point they're going to lose some mid racks very quick. There's a Gale trying to get the ult off, only gets on 2 hero right now. The Weaver not doing enough damage. He's trying to do something, but he actually have to run out right now. The mini chicken running so quickly under wolf form, and they're just winning this fight handily. And this game just turned around so quickly. I can't even believe it.
You can't?
I can't, because to me the game was won on Scourge. What did EMC do wrong? Because I don't think was that hex completed on the Ancient Apparition. Yes, it helped. It definitely helped them win the game. But it wasn't the hex. It's either EMC making a huge mistake or something happened.
Well, I think I think we have to give credit to Virus, because they started to use the Lycan another way. Before they used him to kill the supports, but then they realized they also can use him to kill the carries, and that's what they started with, and that's a lot more efficient, because the carries were being big trouble for them, while the supports turned out to be annoying, but they would get off their spells anyways. So they just started to focus the carries with the Lycan, and that won them all those fights, I think.
Yes, definitely so. And I think also very good positioning from Virus. You know, after 40 minutes or so, they basically send the Beastmaster and Lycan in, and they go on your supports with the roar. I mean, excuse me, they go on your carries with the roar, and then they ask your Veno, "You gonna drop your ult?" They ask the Tide, "You gonna drop your ult?" And it's suddenly they are in a very bad position. Like, do you drop your ult? Because it's only a BKB Lycan and a Beastmaster who doesn't care. So in that essence, it allowed the Ancient Aberration, allowed the Lich and the Venge to kind of just mitigate all those damage, and then they come in after, let's say, Tide drop his Ravage, and then it's pretty much a very easy fight at that point, as we see the Lycan still. I mean, if you look at his item extension, all he has is an MKB extra. So it's like what 715 said. It's the difference in terms of playing style. It's the difference in terms of positioning, and they turned this game around. So that's some huge in-game adjustment that I'm very impressed of.
Yes, I agree. And actually, what I have to say though about this game, I'm a bit sad Drunken Master got kicked.
Did he get kicked or he left?
Awesome. I think he got kicked.
Okay.
So
he was right. Pretty legendary game.
Him commentating that noobs would have been an awesome thing. Maybe in the future, Luminous casting with PGG.
I think so, man. It would be a legendary cast, because, yeah, I'm pretty sure he still have better map awareness than me, being influenced by vodka. But anything to add about EMC's play, or you think they basically play the same game, but it was Virus that turned it around?
Well, maybe the item. I don't really feel like it would have done a lot when the only thing that would pop up in my mind, if they would have had Lincolns on the Potom or maybe the Weaver,
yes,
that would have helped a lot more.
Yes.
Because all that initiation would have been useless. There would have been no swap at first, which would have helped often, and there would have been no Beastmaster Roar
or
initiation.
Hex. Yeah. So yeah. I think in lifesteal was ultimately not the smartest choice on the Potom. BKB, no. He popped it like twice,
Yeah, he popped it a few times,
but it ultimately
I felt like it didn't really matter.
yeah, because the Lycan's just okay. Let me just kill you now. Windrunner, I think Waga played as well as he could have played. To be honest, because I mean Shaco Shop
Yeah.
Hex, Force Staff. Really, what else you expect from a Windrunner? I think the item choice on a mini could have got a little bit more work because you're not gonna survive plate mail or not, aggro or not. I still believe Ghost Scepter, Yield Scepter, Force Staff are the items to get. Also, I kind of felt like Crit might have been a little bit overzealous on the bottom. Maelstrom would have been a lot better against Frost Armor. Dota Weekly Show, guys. Get Maelstrom against high armor units. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Just saying.
Pretty good DPS.
And Maelstroms, well, good against Radiants. Just to mention.
What?
Like.
Oh yeah, dude.
Inverse,
Maelstrom OP
Radiant.
against Radiance, but I don't think. Yeah, the not important in this game though. But okay, so we're pretty much done with the late game analysis and the commentary. And I gotta say, if you guys thought we weren't sounding coherent, just keep in mind that Sun 15 was up for 25 hours, and I almost died. But I'm actually risking. I risked my life doing this commentary, so appreciate it for what it is. And regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed that commentary. And as always, 715 and Luminous signing off to you guys.